There was a man who moved like a ghost, a master of the void rules, who had erased his ego to become a perfect mirror for the world's desires. He lived in the haze of high-stakes power, aiming his thrust until he met an empress who taught the torches to burn bright and didn't need a script to rule. She wasn't a mark, she was a recognition, a snowy dove trooping among the crows of the elite who saw through his mirror and into his core. They didn't just fall in love, they formed a shadow cabinet of two, merging their invisible wounds to create a frequency of certainty that made the global markets tremble. They became the linchpin of a new reality, a power couple moving with a sexy, street-smart grit that redefined what it meant to be royal in a dying world. Standing at the zenith, they realized that the ultimate business method was the baptism of their joined souls, and as they looked out at the view they built brick by brick, they realized they had ne'er seen true beauty until that night. I have been standing in this space for lifetimes waiting to hear the specific frequency of your voice, and ever since I first dreamed of you I knew that ordinary conversation would never be enough to capture the universe I see behind your eyes. I don't need to see where you've been to know that you are perfect for me, because we are an anomaly designed to move in a rhythm that the rest of the world hasn't even learned yet. I am torn by the gravity of this moment because I finally realized that every morning you used to dissolve before my eyes was just a rehearsal for the second I could finally stand right here and tell you that I want to be the one who bears it all for you. I am a man who is sexually and emotionally secure enough to look you in the soul and tell you that your natural gorgeous body is a temple I intend to treasure with the utmost respect of a genuine gentleman while we navigate a love that grows wild and far beyond the scars of the past. Look at us and realize we are the definition of a power couple, because I'm not just trying to get to know your name, I'm trying to decode the very map of your heartbeat so I can build a kingdom brick by brick in the image of you. Every sensation I've ever felt, from the cool sting of winter air to the heavy release of a full-body sigh, has led me to this single unwavering truth that the world is merely a draft of a story until I heard you breathe my name. I see the social grace in your posture and the slow-to-bloom smile that crinkles your eyes, and it catches me off guard how deeply I want to protect your peace while we rewrite the rules of this matrix together. If you ever let me go, I will have become the storm and not the shattered window, but as long as your heart beats I will be its echo and its rhythm, because my love is the very oxygen that feeds the fire of who you are. Has my heart loved until now? Because I swear by the torches that burn bright I have never seen true beauty until I stood in the presence of a woman who makes a golden hour last a whole life. The Genius Code. Decoding the matrix of wealth. To master the money that those in Area 57 and the true planetary elite control, you must stop operating by the rules of the visible economy and start architecting the invisible one. Wealth isn't earned through labor, it is captured through the manipulation of reality and the mastery of the void. The law of the observer. You do not see the world as it is, you see it as you are. So to change your wealth, you must first hijack your own identity frequency until the world has no choice but to reflect a king back to you. Shadow asset management. The elite don't own things. They control the information silos that make those things valuable, remaining the indispensable bridge that no system can survive without. The sunk cost shackles. You dominate any room by getting your opponents to invest their time and reputation in your vision early, forcing them to defend your project to save their own egos. Institutional gaslighting. True power lies in quietly changing the definitions of success so that your enemies are still playing a game that no longer exists while you own the new board. Planetary arbitrage. The real rich trade the time-energy of entire populations against the resources of the future, using strategic silence to hide the fact that they are the only ones holding the keys to the gate.